Spider-Man Noir, issue number 3 of 4. Let's get into it. New York City, 1933. Jonah Jameson, the city publisher of the Daily Bugle, is shot to death at his desk. Police find Spider-Man, a mysterious masked vigilante, crouching over the body, gun in hand. Did Spider-Man murder Jameson, and why? Several weeks earlier, the young and passionate Peter Parker came under the wing of the Bugle star photojournalist Ben Urich. Urich is jaded and resigned, but Peter is fueled by outrage and the injustices of the Depression. Driven by the idealism and values his Aunt May and Uncle Ben taught him, Peter believes that if those in power can't be trusted, it's the responsibility of people to remove them. For ruffling the wrong feathers, Uncle Ben had been brutally tortured and killed by New York's top racketeer, Norman Osborn, nicknamed the Goblin. Urich opens Peter's eyes to his opulent underworld during a visit to the Black Cat, a decadent speakeasy run by Ulrich's old flame, Felicia Hardy. But Urich only knows more than he lets on. Unbeknownst to Peter, Urich is a heroin addict who has been blackmailing the Goblin's mob with the information to expose their operation. Osborn ponies up hush money, and the cynical Urich stays in line, but Peter won't be so easily cowed when he's bitten by a poisonous exotic spider, unwittingly brought to America in a cache of smuggled antiquities for the Goblin. Peter gains mystifying new abilities and is reborn as Spider-Man. He springs into the Goblin's penthouse after a one-man crusade, but to discover Urich is there, taking a payment. Disgusted and disillusioned, Peter rails against Urich and unwittingly reveals his identity to him. Inspired by Peter's example, Urich telephones Jonah and promises to give his incriminating evidence to the newspaper. But the next thing Urich knows, Jonah is at his door with a revolver. Before Urich can even react, Jonah opens fire and Ben Urich is dead. Okay, I do not believe in magic. I was bitten by a spider. I dreamed some kind of mythical spider. God gave me superhuman powers. I believe in science. Now I can shoot liquid silk out of my wrist, and there has to be a scientific explanation for this. Has to be. Whatever this is, I'm going to use it. I'm going to bring the Goblin down. You're going to help me, Ben Urich, whether you like it or not. I can't do this by myself. Ben, I know you're in here. We have to talk. Spider-Man Noir, Peter Parker, walks in on the corpse of Ben. Ben! No! Not again. Please, God, not again. He removes his mask, and Peter looks upon the dead body of Ulrich. So the kid finds Parker. He finds the door open. His pal Ulrich is dead. Yeah, the place has been ransacked. How are we going with this? Can we pin it on the kid? Nah, he called it in. The DA would buy it. Looks like an unsolved to me. Ulrich had a monkey on his back. Cocaine heroin. Maybe he gypped his dealer. Maybe gave the wrong person a bad write-up in the Bugle. Who's gonna care? Alright, Peter, we're gonna let you go home now. If you think of anything or anyone who might have a reason... Goblin, I don't care. Pull the trigger. The Goblin is behind. This! You come to me with this! And we see Osborn ripping the newspaper in front of himself. They didn't call Ulrich the Spider for nothing. He's been collecting the dope on me for years. And this is all you can find? This is confetti. This is toilet paper. So help me. That's all he had? I turned over the whole damn apartment. I tore the place. Osborn runs at Jameson, putting a gun in his face. If you're holding out on me... I swear, Mr. Osborn. Get your sorry cockers out of here. You have an editorial to write. Somebody has those files. Somebody out there has what it takes to bury us. Who would Urich trust? Peter Parker. The lady has been informed of the passing of your mutual acquaintance. She would like to express her condolences in person if you'll follow me. The Black Cat. Top of the stairs. Miss Hardy is expecting you. Peter, I know what you thought of Ben. He called me last night. Told me you knew about the drugs. That he was taking money from the Goblin. Ben was no saint. I know that. Better than most. But he was a better man than you think. He was very... I know. What you don't know is that he was going to risk everything to expose the Goblin and the rest of those scum. That's why he's dead. It was because of you, Peter. Ben had no secrets from me. In the safe are his files on the Goblin. All his activities, his associates, names, dates, and photographs. He told me if anything happened to him, you would know what to do with them. You mean I should take them to the Bugle? No, Peter, the Bugle is the last place you should take them. You don't show them to Jonah. You don't show them to anyone. You use them. Ben said you know how. If I had known what would happen to Ben, I would have never have pushed him. Just go. Ben must have told Felicia I'm Spider-Man. What else does she know? Why doesn't she want the Bugle involved? Damn it. If Ulrich has given these files to the Bugle 6 months ago, the Goblin would be behind bars, and Uncle Ben would still be alive. Peter, do you want to talk? I know Mr. Ulrich meant a lot to you. Ulrich was a liar and a coward. I only met him once, but I'm a pretty good judge of character. Aunt May, you don't know. I don't know what he did or didn't do, but he did right by you. So, you do right by him. You hear me? Peter Parker begins to ponder what he must do. Cavity Cemetery, Queens. Man did is born a short time to live, and is full of misery. He cometh up and is cut down like a flower. He fleeth as it was shadow, and never contoureth in one day. In the midst of life we are in depth, of whom we may seek for succor, but of thee, O Lord, who for our sins are justly displeased. O holy and most merciful Savior, deliver us not into the bitter pains of eternal death. Thou knowest, Lord, the secrets of our hearts.
Peter, a word with you. A tragic loss. It must have been upsetting for you to find him like that. And Ulrich, you've been close these past few weeks.
I guess.
Did he, take you into his confidence at all?
There it is, again. That weird tingling, like something's creeping up on me. There's something off about Jameson. He's scared of something.
You see, he was working on an assignment, an undercover thing. He mentioned that to you?
No, sir. He never said. He was a very private person. And we see Black Hat looking towards Jameson and Peter Parker speaking to each other. I guess I'll be going back to college now, but I want to thank you for the chance to work at the Bugle.
Forget it. You be sure to stay in touch. And if you think anything about Ulrich.
Peter just walks off. Felicia was right. I can't trust Jameson. I can't trust anyone. And we see Jameson looking with a scowl. This is something I have to do alone. It all makes sense now. Getting bitten by that spider, what it did to me. There's a purpose to it. Every night, I'm going to be out here. Every night, I'll hit the Goblin where it hurts. These files have everything I need. All the locations of the Goblin's operations. Every two-bit gangster and hoodlum he associates with. I'm going to be everywhere for as long as it takes. And I'm going to make sure the Goblin knows who's doing this to him. Every time I hit him, I'll be leaving the spider calling card. And we see Spider-Man webbing up all these criminals, leaving his calling card with a spider right on it. You can't not know it's Spider-Man Noir. Who is the Spider-Man? Enough! Terror on the street. Mass vigilante injured citizens. Norman Osborn donates 20,000 to Widows and Orphans Fund. Enough of this! I want this freak's head in a jar, right here, on this desk. Well and good, Osborn, well and good, but let's make it soon. He put his hands on me. On me! That should not have happened. We deal with you because you claim to have the city sewn up. I have the city, the cops, the mayor, the Port Authority, the unions. I have the Bugle. Yeah, that's okay, impressive. I never thought Jameson would roll over. You might have my respect for that. But this Spider-Man, 1 week, Osborn, then we'll be looking elsewhere for protection. The Spider-Man knows too much. He's not guessing. He knows. You think he has Ulrich's files. Or whoever has them is tipping him off. It has to be the Parker kid. Or Felicia Hardy. She was sweet on Ulrich before he fell apart.
Felicia Hardy? I saw the kid. I saw Parker. He was at the Black Cat, going up to Miss Hardy's private boudoir. I think maybe the day after Ulrich was rubbed out. Maybe. Thank you, Ox. Thank you for sharing that with us. I want Peter Parker here. It's time to clean house.
We see Spider-Man Noir reading the Bugle. This gun-toting menace is no Robin Hood. He robs from the rich and from the poor, choosing his victims at random. Respectable businessmen and ordinary hard-working men and women alike have been the victims of his reign of terror. Gah! Okay, Jameson, I think it's time you explain what turns a man of grit and integrity into a spineless mouthpiece for the goblin. Grit and integrity. Grit and integrity. It's a good line. I practice it all the way across town, honing my delivery to a perfect pitch of menace and irony. Strange, there's no light in Jameson's office. As we see, Spider-Man Noir entering the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man enters the window. Jameson,
You come to kill me? It must be open season.
did the goblin do this? What did he have on you, Jameson?
He's the master of disguises. You won't believe your...
Nobody move! It's a setup. It's a setup, and I walked right into it. Blam, blam, blam! Except nobody knew I was coming here. Nobody. Not a setup. But it might have well have been. Even Jameson thought I was there to kill him. Could this possibly get any worse? What the hell? I've been shot, and I didn't even feel it. That bullet could have gone through my head. And we see Spider-Man Noir bleeding, contemplating. I'm missing something. Something about Jameson. What did the goblin have to make the old goat sell out his principles? There has to be something in Eric's files. And we see Spider-Man begin to read all about the freak shows of Coney Island, 1928. Sergei Kravenov, aka Kraven the Hunter, animal tamer from Russia. Adrian Toombs, aka the Vulture, known as the Geek, origin unknown. They're all here. I recognize all of the Goblin's men, except that's it. We're at the city morgue. Spider-Man Noir has some investigating to do. He sees Jameson's body and he heads towards him. He puts his hand over the face of the dead Jameson. Spider-Man's hand leaves an imprint on Jameson's face. Whoever performs the autopsy on this corpse is in for a big surprise. Dmitry Smerdyakov, aka Chameleon, Russian half-brother of Kraven, has the ability to mold his features in a perfect imitation of any subject. The Goblin recruited all of this in a circle from the circuses and freak shows. Kraven's half-brother had to be one of them. He's a master of disguise. You won't believe your eyes. This must have been the Chameleon's greatest performance. The question is, what happened to the real Jonah J. Jameson? We see the real Jonah J. Jameson in a cage next to a tiger with Kraven and the Goblin. Don't worry, Jameson. You won't be suffering the discomfort much longer. Ah, there, the lovely Felisa Hardy has joined us. We're almost ready to begin our festivities, my dear. We're just waiting for one last guest to be summoned. Knock, knock. And we see Aunt May open a door. Peter, are you here? And the vultures right behind her, ready to kidnap her. To be concluded in Spider-Man Noir, issue number 4.